Congratulations for making onto the last concept for this chapter, and that will be the mode of a binomial distribution. Now, the first thing that I want to get very clear is what's mode and what's the difference between mode and expectation. So mode over here is the value of x with the highest probability. Okay, so that means the p x equals to x, right? This specific value is the highest, but it's different from expectation. Okay, for ex, this one is the value, or rather the average value we can expect in the long run if the experiment is repeated many times. Okay, so there's a difference. One is talking about a specific value of x which has the highest probability. That's the mode or the modal value, right? This is what we also call the modal value. So modal value. Whereas for the other one would be the average value that we can expect in the long run, right? If the experiment is repeated many times. So I guess you could say that in general, the mode is very near the mean value. Okay, so you can think of it that way. But I'm just going to link these two together. In general, these two values are usually near each other. Okay, so that is something that you can sort of like check pretty much. Okay. So I'm just going to put it this way. There's no formula for this. You just need to know that it's just, when we say the modal value of x, it's just the value of x with the highest probability, and that's about it. There's no formulas for this. Okay, so if not, let's move on to the next one, which is here. So now we are going to try out this question over here. Feel free to pause this video to actually attempt this question right now. Otherwise, we will go and tackle this question head on right now. Okay, so pause this, try this out. If not, we'll do it together. Okay, let's break down this question together. So we got a disease, and the incidence is estimated at 19 per 100 adults. That means the probability of someone having the disease is roughly 0.19, right? Who are between these ages. And then we have 40 patients who are chosen. So our n value is 40, right? And then they ask us, what is the most likely number of patients suffering from this disease? So the question is actually asking, what is the modal value of x, basically? So they are not asking what's the expected value. They're asking what's the most likely. So whenever you see the word most likely, they're asking us what's the modal value of x. So to tackle this question, let's just define what's x first. So I'll say let x be the number of patients suffering from AMD, right, out of 40. And I know that my x over here follows a binomial distribution of 40, 0.19. So to tackle these type of questions, given that there's no table, it will be best for us to use the GC to help us figure out what is the modal value. And I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to open up the screen here. Okay, look at this. So we are going to open up a table first, okay? And how we actually open up a table, so follow closely along because there's quite a few buttons to be pressed here. First, we are going to go to y equals, then second, distr. Now, what we want is that we want to model this, right? This binomial distribution. And over here, we are going to click binomial PDF over here. So binomial PDF, because we want one specific value. And then our trials would be 40 trials. So 40 trials over here. And then the probability of success is 0.19. And then my x is the number of trials, right? So that would be my variable. So I'll call this x over here. Oops, x. I'll change this to x. And then I'll click paste. Then over here, our second table. And then you see when I click second table, all of the different associated values will come up depending on the value of x. So if you scroll down, you can see that the value of x equals to 7 has the highest probability, right? And then everything just goes down. You see from here onwards, increase, in highest point, decrease. So we can see that over here, x equals to 7 has the highest value, right? So to speak. And therefore, how we actually present our answer is that you just say from GC, right? Px equals to 6. So we just choose one before, then the highest value, then the right. So px equals to 6 has a value of 0.140 3SF, and then px equals to 7 has a value of 0.159 to 3SF, and then px equals to 8 has a value of 0.154, right? And yeah, so they've just put 3SF here. So therefore, the most, I'm just going to write the conclusion, most likely, which is the highest modal value, most number of patients is 7. Sorry, cannot see. Yeah, that's the final concluding statement over there, right? And otherwise, that will be all for this whole topic over here. I hope that I've went through all the fundamental concepts as clearly as I could, and it was a fun watch for you, right? So let me know if you got any other questions in the comments below. And if you want more access to more videos like this, more exam level kind of questions, and want to inquire about my classes and my Math Tuition Center, make sure to WhatsApp the number on the screen above or click on the link in the description underneath this video. If not, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video for the next chapter.